This video is to show you how to do the first part of your performance task submission. So this is where you're going to submit to Canvas. I do want to point out there is a second video for you guys to watch this week that will explain to you how to submit things on the College Board. So just kind of reviewing all of this for you. This is your second week working on this, so everything is due on Sunday. Again, do not be late. If you're late, there's nothing anyone can do to help you. It's not going to be accepted, and you'll get zeros on this portion of your AP exam and your course final. So the submission to Canvas, which is what this video will cover, that is due to me by Sunday, April 26th. You also need to have everything up on the College Board by Sunday, April 26th. Again, watch the second video, but understand that you have until Thursday, April 30th at 8:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to submit final on the College Board. So you have to have everything up there by Sunday, April 26th. You have till April 30th at 8:59 p.m. to submit final. And again, that's explained in the other video. So what this video is going to show you is how to create your link for your code in code.org, how to get your PDF that you're going to put on the College Board, how to create your video that you're going to put on the College Board, and then how to get 4 images that are required for this and how to put those into a worksheet that you need to submit to me on Canvas. All right. So kind of looking at what we've got. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to create your program code. Again, I kind of showed you this last week, but no, your program code. So you needed to go to code.org, create a new project, and write some code that basically matches your midterm, but meets certain requirements. So those requirements are listed in this assignment, right? So your program code had to have an input, had to have an output, had to have a list, has to have a procedure that contributes to the program's purpose. That procedure has to have a parameter. You have to have an algorithm in your procedure that has sequencing, selection, and iteration. You have to call your procedure with an argument, and then you have to have output, right? We reviewed that last week. So to create your PDF, what you're going to do, there is a link in this performance code page that opens up a site called AP Code Print. You need to open this site. You also need to go to code.org and pull up your project. With your project open, you need to switch to text mode and then highlight all of your code, right? So what you want to do is copy this code, go to the AP Code Print site where it says JavaScript code. You want to delete everything that's in there and then paste your code in. All right, so now this is my Netflix code. Once I have my code in, I'm going to leave all of this the way it is. I'm just going to click this red Beautify code, and then I'm going to say Print Code. So I can see the preview of what my PDF is going to look like. What I want to make sure is that none of my text is running off the side of the screen. If you have really long lines of code, you might want to, cancel this, go back to your code and maybe enter, like put a character break in your code so that's maybe a line of code is over 2 lines, right? You don't want code going off the screen. So to fix that, you can make the font smaller. I just wouldn't go past 10. Like I said, you might want to come in and maybe just like put a enter in there and kind of tab it over so that it looks good when you actually print it, so that none of that text is going off the screen. So once everything looks fine, which mine looks fine, I'm going to choose Save as PDF. I'm going to click Save. I'm going to give it a name. And I'm going to share this to my Downloads folder, and I'm going to save it. Right, so now I've got my code there. So that is the PDF. Once I have my PDF, I need to then do my video. Right, now you guys have created videos before. You're going to do this one in the exact same way. So again, your video, there's 3 samples on here. it needs to meet certain requirements. So it has to show multiple inputs to your program. I suggest you do at least two. And then it has to produce two different outputs, right? This second checkbox where it talks about functionality, the fact that you put an input in and get an output and then give it a different input and show a different output, that demonstrates functionality. Something has to be going on in your code to generate those different outputs. So that checks those three boxes. Again, I would use Studio. So you're going to have to do this not on a Chromebook, not on an iPad, but you need to have like a PC, a Windows PC, or a laptop, or a Mac PC or a laptop that you can go to Studio over here on the left. Once you're in Studio, you're going to click Create and select Screencast-O-Matic. That's going to bring up a little window. So from there, you would want to make sure that your app is on the screen. You're going to see a window. You're going to put the window so it's only around your app, right? I don't want to see any of your code. I don't want to see the toolbox. I don't need to see these buttons up here. I just need to see your app. And then once you're ready, you're going to click record. You're going to record your video. And then when you're done, you're going to hit stop, give it a name, and I would save that one to your downloads folder as well. So that will get you your video. You've done this before. It shouldn't be anything new. Once you have your video, this is where you're going to need to, let me go back to our course. You're going to need to get 4 images from your code. So in your code.org project, if I was you, you can leave it in text mode or block mode. I'm going to do this in block mode. You can also include or not include the line numbers. My suggestion is that you include line numbers. You will see when you go to this personal project reference, there is some links that you can go to. What you need to do first is generate your 4 images. Each image is going to come from this explanation in here. So your first image, you want to get the program code segment that has a student developed procedure that defines the procedure's name, contains and uses one or more parameters, and implements an algorithm. All right, so you basically need to get the function that you wrote. So I would come in here. You can do your screenshot however you want. I just do Shift Command S or Shift Windows key S on the keyboard. Again, I'm just going to grab my function. So once I have that, I'm going to save this. You know, I save everything to my downloads, so I would say this is APPT image 1. All right. Second, it wants me to get the code segment where I called my program. So it's asking me for the one line of code where I called that function that I just took a snapshot of, right? So my function is update screen. I called that on line 7. So again, I am going to get that one line. I want to save this. Give it a name that makes sense to you. I'm going to call it APPT image 2. For image number 3, it wants me to, the first program code segment must show how data has been stored in a list. So I need to get the list. Now you'll notice I have 2 lists in my code. I just need to show them one line where I create one list. If I were to screenshot lines 1 and 2, they would only look at line 1. They're only going to look at the first list in my screenshot. So my suggestion to students always is somewhere you're looping through your list, right? That's one of the requirements. So in this case, if I look at line 12, I see my for loop and I'm looping through genres. So I'm actually going to screenshot the second list, genres, because that's the one that I loop through. So I grab genres. I'm then going to save this. This one's image 3. All right, and then for the fourth one, it wants the show how the data in the same list is being used, such as creating new data from existing data or accessing multiple elements in the list. So basically it's asking for like this for loop where I'm using that list that I just gave them to do some stuff with. So I'm going to come in here and grab this for loop. So I can show that I looped through this list, I checked it against each element in the list, and then I appended some things to a filtered list based off what I found. So this is going to be image 4. All right. So now I've got my 4 images. So at this point, you should have your PDF or the program code. You should have your video. And then you should have 4 images that are going to make up this personal project reference sheet. So what you need to do now is actually do your Canvas submission to me. So when you do this, you're going to open up this personal project reference worksheet. You need to make a copy so that you have your own copy of it. And basically, you're just going to, those 4 images that you just took, you're going to put them in here. So the first one is that student developed procedure. I named it image 1. So I'm going to insert an image, upload from my computer, image 1, open. All right, the second one, that's the second image that I did. So again, I'm going to insert an image, image 2. The third one, insert image, upload from computer, image 3. And then the fourth one, I want to insert where I'm looping through that list. That's image 4. All right, so this is what your personal project reference sheet. So once you've got this, you're going to say File, Download as a PDF, so that you get that personal project reference sheet PDF. All right. What you need to do then is go to code.org. Have your project open. You're going to click share and you're going to copy the link to your project. All right, once you have your link copied, you're ready to submit this assignment. So for you guys, you're going to have submit assignment button. What you're going to do, you're first going to upload that PDF to the assignment. And then in the comment, I want you to paste that share link that you just copied from code.org. All right, so your Canvas submission has 2 things. One is your copy of your personal project reference sheet. And then second, it has, as a comment, the link to your code in code.org. That is the first part of your submission this week. Do not forget to watch the second video where I explain how to do the College Board submission. For that video, you do need your PDF, your video, and those 4 personal project reference sheet images that we just created. That video just shows you how to get to the College Board, how to go to AP Classroom, find the digital portfolio, and upload everything, right? And kind of what you're looking for. So make sure you do that as well. Lastly, just as far as the scoring goes, there is a rubric on here. Kind of understand that in general, for our course final, your course final is worth 100 points. 70 of those points are going to come from 70 multiple choice questions that you're going to answer the second to last week of class. That's going to be your assignment. The other 30 points come from this assignment that you just did. So those 30 points are broken up into 5 categories. So one category is your program code. So you get 5 points for having program that contains everything that it needed to contain: input, output, a procedure that you developed with a parameter, an algorithm, a call to your procedure with an algorithm, output, right? All of that. That gets you your program code. Your video showing different inputs, producing different outputs, and the functionality and meeting those requirements, that gets you 5 points. The personal project reference sheet that you're creating that so that you can use it for the FRQ questions that are also part of your final. So each one of those FRQ questions is also worth 5 points. So this performance task that you're turning in this week will be worth 30 of the 100 points for the final. If you're curious about the rubric, you can always look at that. Again, make sure you understand exactly what's required and what you need to do. So this was the first video that shows you how to submit on Canvas. Make sure you also watch the second video that's going to show you how to submit everything on the College Board, and then there's a link that also explains how to do everything on the College Board. So if you have any questions at all, you need to let me know. Because again, this is not just an assignment, this is part of your AP exam, and this is part of your course final. So I will be checking in with you during your check-ins this week, but if you have any questions, feel free to email or come by my room.